Hi, I'm Ed Pierce from SpaceCoastDaily.com. I'm here with Lois Edverson. She's from Sweden and she's a sophomore on the Bcc soccer team. Welcome.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about what your expectations are for the team this year?
Well, me myself have very high expectations. I know we have a lot of new players, so it's going to be a challenge because we have to build our team from the ground almost. But we have so many new talented players, and I think my goal is to reach the national championship.
Okay, that's entirely possible, seeing as good a coach and as good a team that you had last year too.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're a forward. Sometimes forwards are accused of not playing that much defense, where your primary mission is to score. Is that right?
Well, yeah.
So how much do you like to play defense?
I actually love playing defense, and for something I actually learned when I came here was that forwards do play a lot of defense. We're the ones who actually start. We're the starting line of the defensive shape, so we actually do play some defense too.
How many times have you had breakaways here at BCC?
Oh, how many times? I haven't counted, but a couple.
So is speed a big part of your game, or what would you say are your strongest attributes?
I wouldn't say speed is my biggest. Probably being at the right place at the right time. And I'm pretty good with the ball. I'm strong, and I have an eye for the game.
So would you say that you're a playmaker, or is that what's...
More like a target player, sort of.
What's it like to play for Coach Carr?
Well, I mean, the coaches I have here are far the best coaches I've ever had. And Coach Carr, he's an amazing guy, very knowledgeable, and even Coach Nicole, so knowledgeable, he's great, and Coach Martin, and even the goalie coach, Coach Dixon, and they work very well together, and I think you can find something to love in all of them. So.
Now, before you came to Brevard County, what did you know about this area? Have you ever visited Florida before?
I actually had no idea what I was getting myself into. I didn't really know at all, and it was my first time in America, so everything was new.
And coming from Europe too, can you talk a little bit about the transition just to playing here in the heat and humidity from where you're from?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was really hard in the beginning. Not as much the heat, because that's bearable. But the humidity, because it was so different. It felt like you just breathed it in steam. It was very different. So it took a few weeks to get used to that. But then you adjust, your body adjusts, and I think when I was back home in Sweden now over the summer, I could definitely see the difference by coming back as well, because I had gotten adjusted to this one.
What's the biggest difference between European football and American soccer?
It's hard. Many people ask me that. I think here in America generally is more physical, and you put a lot of effort into fitness training, while European football is more technique, more speed of pass. But then I think at BCC we play more European. We try to play more European football, so it's not that much of a difference.
So in your opinion, the games are sort of merging then to the style?
Then the leagues too, they have so many foreign players nowadays, so I think it's starting to mix up
to
everywhere.
Become more of a universal type of game. Lois, how did you start to play? What age were you when you learned to play the sport? And what is it like to make a transition from being the player you were when you started to now?
Oh wow, yeah, I remember. Because when I was younger, I was a dancer, and had no intention of going into soccer at all. But then I had a friend that played, my brother played, and I started playing when I was 9.5, sort of. And I started to play with the boys because they didn't have a girls team, and played with the boys for a couple of years, and then just loved it. I fell in love with the game and the sport, and from then I haven't stopped loving it. I love it more every day. It's amazing.
So what is your ultimate goal and objective? That do you want to continue on to play at a four-year school? Would that be here in America, or what is your goal with the sport?
Well, I would love to stay here and to go to a four-year university and to get my degree and to be able to play. If I can play soccer for 2 more years, for 10 more years, I would do it because I would never stop.
Now, it's one thing to be an athlete, but also here playing. It's more than just playing club soccer. You're expected to perform in the classroom as well. What are some of your favorite subjects here, and how good a student are you?
Well, I think I've been taught very early that school is important, education is important, and I love learning, and I actually like school, but favorite subject is hard. I'm going into business as my major. I like that.
So what is your ultimate goal or objective? What do you want to do with your life?
Yeah, I just want to do what I love to do at the moment, and then see where life takes me. I want to have a degree, maybe go into something with business, maybe be a professional soccer player. Maybe I'll do something else. I don't know, but I'll see.
Fair enough. You know, here, America, especially here in Florida, too, the food and the culture is a little different too. What are some of the things that when you went home for the summer, that you looked forward to coming back and, let's say, eating here? And
to come back here?
Yeah.
Well, I actually fell in love the first time I came here. Fell in love with peanut butter. I had never had it before in my life. It's amazing. It's so good. I try not to eat it very much though, because I eat a lot. But I kind of prefer the Swedish food actually, if I have to be honest.
It's a lot less salty, that's for sure.
And well, yeah, I don't know.
Now, your expectations for the team this year, you know, been in contention for a national championship right from the first 2 years with this team. Is that where you see this team headed this year as well?
That's where I wish this team is heading, and with the individual talent I see that we have, and with the coach's help, I have no doubt that that goal is reachable. It all ends up if we can play well together as a team.
What's your personal, where would you be comfortable at in scoring this year? Where did you end up last year? How many points did you have last year?
Points, 27. I think I scored 11 goals last year.
So is your objective to score more than you did last year?
Always. I always want to be better. This year we're playing better teams, but that should not really be a problem. I always look to improve myself, and I want to help the team to go as far as possible.
Thank you very much, Lois.
All right. Thank you.
Bye now.